this will be the Tunisian Grapevine stitch. I'm working on a foundation that is a multiple of 3, then add 2. So any multiple of 3 will work, then you add 2, 1 for the start, 1 for the end. And it's a typical foundation which can be found at CrochetKim.com. The first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to chain 1. Now I don't normally chain 1 at the beginning, but this is going to be a taller stitch, so we need to bring that stitch up to height. So skip the first vertical bar, and then we're going to do crossed stitches across 3 stitch groups. For this stitch we're going to be doing the Tunisian extended stitch, and we're going to be doing it as for simple stitch. So the way you do that is you insert your hook into the 3rd stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then make the extension with simply a chain 1. Now insert your hook simple stitch wise into the first skipped stitch, pull through, and then chain 1. And you'll skip and completely ignore the center stitch. Now go to the next 3 stitch group, insert your hook in the 3rd, yarn over, pull through, and then chain 1. Now come over here to the first one in that group, pull through, and chain 1. Ignoring the center stitch, you're just going to leave it alone. Go to the next 3 stitch group. In the 3rd one, do an extended stitch with a chain 1, and then go into the first one, pull up a loop, and chain 1. Now this will be our last 3 stitch grouping. Come over to the last one, the 3rd one, simple stitch, chain 1, and now go into the first one. Simple stitch and chain 1. Now you'll want the last stitch to also have height on it, or else it will distort the edge. So insert your hook under the last 2, pull a loop through, and chain 1 to make an extended stitch there. Now to close, chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on hook. Now we're going to start a repeat of the closing. So chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's the repeat. Chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And you're left with 1 loop on your hook. Now we're going to do row 2. For row 2, skip the first vertical bar, this one right here, and then you do a TSS in next stitch. That's simply a simple stitch, TSS. Now you're going to work into the chain. You're going to be working into the top loop. So right here, pull up a loop, and then TSS in the next 2. So simple stitch here, and simple stitch here. That's the repeat for row 2. So insert your hook into the chain, pull up a loop, then simple, and simple. Top loop of the chain, and simple, and simple. Top loop of the chain. Now we're at the end, so we do the top loop of the chain, TSS in the next one, and then work under the 2 vertical bars of the last stitch. Now remember, we have a TES stitch, an extended stitch here, so the last stitch you may think is right here, but that's actually the base of the stitch, and that's the difference between working a regular short stitch and a taller stitch. So the top of the extended stitch is actually right there. Now we'll close. To close row 2, it's just a simple standard closing. Chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, and 2, pull through 2, all the way across. Pull through 2, and 2, and 2, until you reach the end, and you'll have one loop remaining on your hook. And it's just a repeat of those 2 rows.